Introduction, Technology and Engineering Career Team 3. The exact sciences, also known as hard sciences, pure sciences, or fundamental sciences, rely entirely on observation and experimentation as practices to create knowledge based on mathematical language. They are highly precise and raw sciences. Since the scientific method is used in its purest form, today's hypothesis using mathematics as a vehicle to do so. Unlike the social sciences, and to a lesser degree natural sciences, there is no degree of certainty in exact sciences. In the case of exact sciences, it is so that the hypotheses and postulates are irrefutable through equations and quantifiable and objective mathematical operation. These fundamental principles are known as axioms.
Hi, I'm Rodrigo Menchaca. I study in the high school of the Colegio Vasco de Quiroga in the area of technology and engineering, which is an area where the application of mathematics are learned. I'm interested in studying industrial engineering. What I want to talk about is automation. I consider that knowledge about calculation and how processes work is very important for the future. I will talk about automation. But first, what is the automation? Industrial automation is a process or application of different technologies that allow monitoring and controlling both industrial processes, machines, or devices. The main objective of industrial automation is to fulfill repetitive tasks in automatic way. The most important characteristics about automation is that it allows to improve the final quality of the products, considerably minimizes efforts, and increases the safety and protection of company workers. I have read a lot about automation, and it should be noted that this is very important because the automation has various sectors, from food manufacturing to the telecommunications sector. Many people think that automation causes unemployment, but from what I read, it has created new jobs. For example, before carriages needed carpenters and blacksmiths. When the car arrived, they needed assemblers, designers, engineers, management team, among many more. My presentation ends here. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Vitaly Shumsky. I'm from Colegio Vasco de Quiroga, from exact science area, and today I will talk about PCB. What is and where they use it. Let's get started. The PCB, it's translated like a printed circuit board. What does it mean? It means that the board, what we call the PCB, is contained a trace made from copper, aluminium or gold to connect electronic components in the PCB. Where you can use it, the PCB? Actually, in every device and everything that you will create, you will design and make, that will need a PCB. Why? Because it will make more easier to use your prototype or your idea. And let's talk about some other things. For example, that PCB can be very different. Everyone may be seen that they don't look equally. The PCB from airplane look very different than PCB from one computer. Also, they can be with different layout, look different. And let's give some examples where you can find the PCB. The answer is very easy. In the device where you watch me, already contain the PCB. More than 3, actually. You can find everywhere the PCB, because it's the part of modern world. Everywhere when you need to make some optimization will need PCB. Let's talk about who the hero who make PCB. If you want to be the hero who will make a new Samsung, or new iPhone 13, or iMac of the new generation, you have to be, for example, like electronic engineer. The electronic engineer is a person who know all necessary laws of physics and chemistry that will help him to make the PCB more easier, more faster, and less expensive. Also, every engineer has his own PCB techniques. It's the way how the engineer can make the trace from one component to other and make connection between them. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Luis Javier Ramirez. I study in the best academic area, that is exact sciences. These sciences use mathematics, logic, and other quantifiable processes. Do you consider yourself at reasoning and problem solving? Discover the infinity of possibilities to do with technology and programming. From designing web pages to programming video games, creating apps, and mastering any programmable electronic device. Programming is a professional activity closely linked to engineering. It involves the use of computer languages to print desired functions and processes in a computer system. In a simplified way, we could say that computer programming is the process through which the source code of computer programs is designed, encoded, cleaned, and protected. It is through this programming that source codes or software are created. As a result of this code, through programming it is written, tested, and refined. When programming, we are giving the instructions to the computer to develop something. We are facing thousands, no, millions of possibilities. Some fields in which programming is applied are web design in programming, video game programming, programming in digital marketing, programming in Google. What is programming for? The main objective of programming is to define instructions for a computer to run systems, programs, and applications that are efficient, accessible, and user-friendly.
Hi, my name is Jose Angel Aceves Ruizo. My year of high school is known as pure sciences or extra sciences. This set of knowledge carries with the school subjects related with calculations. As a student, you should enter this area if you like to pose problems and therefore solve them, of course, with help of mathematics. What differentiates us from other areas is that we take care of explaining the principles of nature through laws and axioms that can be demonstrated by calculations. Today, we are talking about calculus. Calculus is all about studying the rate of change of a quantity over time. In particular, it can be narrowed down to a study of the rate of change and summation of quantities. The two categories of calculus are called differential calculus and integral calculus. Differential calculus deals with the rate of change of a quantity, such as how the position of an object changes compared to time. Integral calculus is all about accumulation or summing up infinitely small quantities. Is calculus the same as algebra? When looking into differential calculus and trying to understand it, it is important to compare it to algebra. Algebra is all about working out the slope of a straight line between 2 points, but with calculus it's all about the slope of a curve, which means the slope at one point will be different than the slope at another point further along the same curve function. What is calculus used for? Calculus is used in all branches of math, science, engineering, biology, and more. there is a lot that goes into the use of calculus, and there are entire industries that rely on it very heavily. Engineering is one sector that uses calculus extensively. Mathematical models often be created to help with various forms of engineering planning, and the same applies to the medical industry. Anything that deals with motion, such as a vehicle development, acoustics, light, and electricity, will also use calculus a great deal because it is incredibly useful when analyzing any quantity that changes over time. So, it's quite clear that there are many industries and activities that need calculus to function in the right way. By the way, I didn't mention it, but there is one more level. I didn't do it because I don't want to scare you, but there is. It is called vector calculus, and it is the union between integral calculus and differential calculus. Then, my friend, if you want to study in this area, you gotta study a lot.